What's going on, all you Disney Pixar enthusiasts out there? Your two favorite dads are back tonight, and we are back to review the brand new Disney Pixar film. Just hit theaters a couple weeks ago. It's done gangbusters at the box office. Number one both weeks, making hundreds of millions of dollars. We're talking about the sequel, Inside Out 2.
So lucky we ran into you guys.
Boy, are we so lucky we ran into you guys.
Wow, those guys are jerks.
Wow, those guys are jerks.
That's right, Inside Out 2 sequel. The first one came out almost 10 years ago, 2015. We have the chief creative officer back here. Pete Docter is no stranger to the Pixar universe, really making some really great films, Up being one of my favorite Pixar films ever. Riley, as you guys remember from the first film, moving from Minnesota to San Francisco, being a young kid dealing with emotions and consciousness, and had a lot to say about, developing and learning and changing. But fast forward, she's a little older in this film. Picks up with her character, Riley. She has a few good friends and a really good hockey players. They go to this hockey camp for this weekend, and it sets up really pretty much the rest of the story.
She's officially going to join the Foghorn hockey team. It's been one of her dreams to make this team, so it's all about her playing and trying to make the team right as she's becoming a teenager and going through all the emotions and stresses and new feelings and learning all sorts of stuff about herself as she goes into this new environment in high school, and it deals with everything. Then you have your core group of all the emotions from the first film: joy, anger, sadness, fear, and disgust. Amy Poehler, of course, the lead character here. Joy leading those wild boys up in their like command center in her mind, and always trying to pull the right levers and make the right decisions to keep her on track, keep their emotions in check. And then in this film, along with the teenage years, along comes a new emotion: anxiety.
Ooh, no stranger to that, are we? Anxiety is voiced by Maya Hawke, from Stranger Things. We also had envy, and the other one was embarrassment, Paul Walter Hauser, which was always incredible. Love that guy. But yeah, these are the new emotions characters that show up and really have a bigger part in this film, having to do with Riley and what she's going through in puberty and changing and becoming a teenager essentially, and trying to be perfect and make friends and deal with a lot of stuff we can relate with, going back 20 years, going to high school, and you're insecure and you're not sure where you want to be in life and you're trying to fit in.
It's very relatable for sure, and for all ages, really. You don't necessarily have to be a teenager or an adult to like this. You can be a little kid. My son's 7. He really had a blast with this film too. The beautiful animation, the colors, everything that they're able to do, and just the writing of this story is very clever and well done, well executed. Really covers all the feelings of growing up and puts them into a movie and makes them really relatable for the whole family, and really, resonated with us adults, especially, we can remember being teenagers in that high school. It plays a big part of your life. You're really being formed over those years. That's the beginning of making lifelong friends, much like you and myself. We really hit it off in high school and have continued that, going on, 20 some years later. So it's pretty phenomenal. So, you can think back and remember all the times that you had a crush on a girl, things didn't work out, you got bummed out. Cool things happened too, memories you made along the way, and all the fear, the anxiety, and all those feelings that played a part into it. And it really, you're like a big boiling pot of all those when you're a teenager, and it feels at any moment you can burst. And this film really did a good job at portraying that for this girl, Riley, and following her character, who was smaller in the first one, and then, picking up several years later. Now she's growing up and dealing with all these new emotions. Comes anxiety, played by Maya Hawke, who very much sounds like a teenager and was very convincing portraying this role of anxiety. I like the look of anxiety too. It's the cartoon version of it's really funny, like frazzled hair, big bulging eyeballs, and just like worried all the time. And the other emotions are trying to keep anxiety at bay, and keep anxiety under control throughout the film before it like boils over and Riley basically, loses her spot on the team and, becomes embarrassed and all the other issues that arise. But it's a really well made movie inside and out, you could say. I mean, both of these movies have hit home runs as far as dealing with a lot of issues for kids. And that's what's making these films, so special for everybody, families to go to the theater and watch this with their kids and everybody enjoy it and go see it multiple times too. It's just something for everybody here. The animation's beautiful. The story is on point and, it really feels like something that we went through when we were teenagers.
Very relatable story. I like what they did with Riley's character, everything she goes through within a few days. Loving her parents, hating her parents, everything you feel as a teenager, all the emotions captured in this movie, anxiety, embarrassment, envy. It pretty much sums up high school for me. Those three key emotions there, and that's basically what you go through. You're like flipping out for no reason, hitting puberty, and you're all over the place. So I thought it really captured that beautifully, introducing my young 9-year-old son to his future when his body changes. Junior high school, it's going to be a fun ride. I can't wait for that. But exposing him to that in a fun way in a Pixar movie, I thought was really brilliant. I went in this movie with super low expectations. I didn't love the first one. I thought it was okay, but I honestly thought this was better than the original film from 2015. It had a lot of good areas. I learned something from this. Felt good about the movie. It's a feel-good movie. Walking out of the movie theater, and honestly, I hope they make another one of these movies because I'll definitely go see it with the family. Both highly recommend it. Go check it out, the local cinema this summer. I'm giving Inside Out 2. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 Pete Doctor hair pieces.
Absolutely. Everything you said was on point. I felt the same way. This is probably my favorite Pixar movie here within the last couple of years for sure. It just hit all the right notes for me. Improved upon the first one, was more relatable. The new characters were all fun, had a lot of funny moments, a lot of humor that only the adults that are watching in the theaters will understand. And just kudos to everybody involved. The new voice actors were all great, like you said. And maybe Inside Out 3 can go to the college years and we can introduce alcoholism played by Uncle Steve. But with that being said, I'm going to give Pixar's Inside Out 2, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 embarrassing hair pieces.
So I want to hear from all you Pixar enthusiasts out there. What did you like about Inside Out 2? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite film out of the two? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to stay subscribe. Also, check out these wild cartoon characters on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV movie news and reviews.
These Pixar movies are the perfect movies that come along like within the summer months when the kids are out of school. And, it feels great to be able to take your son or daughter to the theater and not have to worry about them seeing something they shouldn't see. With these movies, they're going to learn important lessons, things that are hard for us to convey to them. But when they see them through the eyes of these characters, and they're so well made and it's so well written, like they can really understand the story, and it really helps us as parents too. Like when they get to that portion of time, you can remember going to see this with them and kind of discuss, like, do you remember what we saw there and all those feelings? Well, this is going to happen. So kudos to everybody involved here. Disney Pixar with another home run here, and it really ramped up the summer movie season. There's a couple movies that bombed, but this one's really doing well, and it's because it's made for audiences of all ages and races, and everybody can come out and find something to enjoy from this film. So we hope you guys enjoy this film. Thank you for watching our review of Inside Out 2, and until the next Cinephellas movie review, I'm Uncle Henry Hill.
Now I'm Uncle Logan Myers, signing out until the next movie review.
Cheers!